Now, what's more important, money or happiness? Well, most modern governments remain firmly focused on developing their economies above all else, but in the tiny Asian nation of Bhutan, happiness is the prime currency. It's the only country in the world which has a gross national happiness index to measure quality of life. But has following the path to happiness helped the sheltered Buddhist country? Surabhi Tandon finds out.
Cut off from the world for centuries, Bhutan remains one of the most mysterious nations in the world. It is, however, well known for creating the concept of gross national happiness, or the GNH. The GNH is an indicator that evaluates the happiness quotient of a country. And in Bhutan, it is taken very seriously. They begin to teach it as a subject in classrooms as early as the age of 7.
Today we are going to learn about the 4 pillars of GNH. These are good governance, economic development, culture. It is very important that our students learn about the happiness index when they are young. This ensures that they grow up to understand the philosophy well. Students are future citizens of this country, and that is why it is very important for them to learn GNH principles and pillars.
The GNH represents an alternative economic model. Bhutan's leaders are determined to take the country towards sustainable growth, even as they open their economy to the rest of the world. At the Ministry of Economic Affairs, the minister seems sure about their chosen path to development.
The present model that the world is following, the GDP growth model, seems to be failing all around us. All of these suggest to us that we need an alternative model. That we must tread the GNH path is non-negotiable for us, because this is a choice as a Bhutanese society we have made.
So can happiness be truly measured? The Center for Bhutan Studies believes that they can calculate the country's happiness quotient.
When we measure happiness, we have two thresholds. We have 9 domains. Under 9 domains, we have 33 indicators. 24 indicators are subjective and 9 indicators are objective.
Bizarre as this might seem, this measurement is then categorized into various levels of happiness.
We have 4 categories or gradients of happiness. Only 8.8% of the Bhutanese people are unhappy. In short, 91.2% of Bhutanese are happy.
But the pursuit of happiness faces several developmental challenges. Opening Bhutan's economy has caused inequality to rise at an alarming rate. To add to it, the unemployment rate among young people is as high as 7%. For Dorji, who graduated with a degree in computer applications in 2012, the happiness index means little. Unable to find a job, he has been working on his parents' farm for the last 4 years.
Very less job, and every year more than 3,000-4,000 of graduates are coming, ma'am, getting graduated. So every year it's getting difficult to get a job. Because the unemployment,
I think the situation will improve in the future. Unemployment will become more prevalent, and people will have no choice but to come up with their own solutions instead of depending on the government.
The national language of Bhutan has no word for depression. In this land of happiness, the government has been reluctant to acknowledge the growing number of mental illness cases. But Dr. Chencho Dorji, Bhutan's first psychiatrist, has bravely paved the path to change.
Epilepsy patient, we have a lot of epilepsy patients in Bhutan.
Still, he worries that the road ahead has several problems for the country.
So we are going to, I think, have more issues with stress and anxiety and also maybe depression. For example, the number 1 cause of death in the hospital now is alcohol. We have a difficult job of advocating to the government that there should be more resources put in the mental field. And especially in Bhutan, when we have this policy called gross national happiness.
For a small country, its people have big ambitions, cultural preservation being among the top. By 2020, the country's agriculture will be 100% organic. It is also one of the few carbon-negative countries in the world. Their determination to leave a positive imprint may not fully be understood, but it can serve as a source of inspiration to many other economies.